Having a vision is like the universe coming to your front doorstep, handing you a blank check, saying, hey, this is your check. Write down whatever you would like to. Now, for many of us, being handed a blank check would literally be the best moment of our entire lives. No more restriction, no more lack of resources. We get to write our own ticket to life. But if you were to receive a blank check right now, would you know exactly what you would write down on it? My inclination is that probably not. Now, you're probably saying, of course, I would write something big, some large amount, but in exact terms, do you know what you would write? And the truth of the matter is that every morning when we wake up, life hands us a blank check. Life is telling us you can have whatever you would like to. There are no restrictions. There are no boundaries. You write it down yourself. But the only caveat is that life doesn't tell us when we need to write down the amount of that blank check. So many of us go through our daily lives meandering, having blank checks in our hands that are unfilled out. And we only have these blank checks in our hands because life isn't telling us you need to decide right now. So we have so much opportunity, so much promise in our lives, and we do nothing with it. We have no vision. And we know that whenever you have a check and you want to go to the bank and cash it, sometimes the bank is closed. Or sometimes, resources aren't unlimited. And it's the same thing with our lives. We may have a blank check, but when we finally figure out what we want to write on it, sometimes life can't cash exactly what we want. And we have to downgrade our dreams because we weren't proactive and we waited way too long. And now we have to accept second best. But I don't believe that has to happen. I love this quote. It says, to be a visionary, all you need to do is make decisions based off your eyes instead of your memory. Now, what this means is simply everyone can be a visionary. And all you need to do is make decisions based off where your life is going instead of where you have already been. And the truth of the matter is that sometimes it's difficult to make decisions and not consider our past and not consider how we failed and not consider how we've been told no before. And forget all of those things and only make decisions based off where we're going. Only think about the amount that's on that blank check and decide that we are going to live according to what this blank check says and nothing else. Now, everyone is a visionary. Even if you don't have the largest, grandiose vision, I believe that you have some vision, even if it's small. What I want to do is just share a couple tips to help us cast bigger and greater visions. And the first thing that we need to do is think big. We have visions of making it. We have visions of doing all right, but who wants that? Who wants average? Who wants mediocre? I believe that deep within our hearts, we all want what's best for ourselves and what's best for those around us, but something inside of us is fearful of admitting that we want the best. There's nothing wrong with that. And to cast a greater vision, it means that you have to break out of the shell of fear that you have and think big. You have to be honest with what you really want. You have to be honest with how big the dream is. You have to be honest with how many lives can be changed through you. Because until you break out of the box, until you stop limiting yourself with your doubts and your fears and your unbelief, you will never be able to accomplish the big vision that's buried deep within your heart. And you need to think big. Because thinking big is not only about you, it's about the people that will come alongside of you to accomplish your big vision. And it's also about the people that will be served ultimately through whatever it is that you want to do. Because if your vision is about you and for you, then it's not a great vision and it's not a big one at all. Big visions need people, they need teams, they need strategies, they need different phases, they need so much to be accomplished. Now, if you think about a motion picture, it's something that lives forever, but to create this picture, this narrative, you need a director, you need the actors, you need the screenwriters, you need so many people to make one thing happen. But when it's all said and done, it's so beautiful, and it tells a story about what can truly happen when people come together to accomplish a big and major vision. So you have to think big. And the next thing is write it down. Write your vision down. I'm going to say it one more time. Write it down. It seems so simple, but it's something that many of us don't do. And it's not only about writing the vision down, because when you write it down, it creates an emotional attachment to the vision. It leaves our inner being, and it leaves our minds, and it actually becomes real because it's on paper, it's on our keyboard, it's on our computer, it's somewhere outside of us. But writing it down to make it real is only one part. You write your big vision down because it's not just meant for you, because you already know what it is. It's meant to be shared with other people who will come alongside of you to execute the vision. Because hopefully your vision is so large that it will continue to be accomplished long after you've left the earth. And I think those are the greatest visions, the ones that are set in place, and they're set in motion in the right now, and they're continue to be acted upon way after we've left. We've created a legacy because our vision is so great, and other people have caught the vision and they've carried it on, and we've brought up other leaders to help serve other people through what was first given to us. So when we write the vision down, it's not only so that we can understand it and it's more clear, but it's so that we can literally hand it off to someone in the future. Having a big vision just isn't about us. It isn't to boost us up and make us feel great about what we're doing, but it's literally to help someone else come alongside of us, to train them up, to give them tools and resources, and to encourage them and to let them know that they are also possible of accomplishing something big. Our vision isn't us focused, it's others focused. And those types of visions have the most impact done in the world. And after you think big, and after you write the vision down, you have to visualize the vision coming true. Now take a moment. Whatever your vision is right now that's being stirred up inside of you, take a minute to close your eyes and think about it actually coming to pass. How beautiful it is. How lives are being changed. What is actually happening in the world because of what was birthed out of you. Feel it. See it happening. Now, after you have done all of that and you see the vision coming to pass, I want you to close your eyes again and feel the reality of today. Feel the disparity of the right now versus the then, and how much space is in between that vision not coming to pass. I want you to feel the emptiness of today. Feel how half-baked the right now is because you haven't accomplished that vision. And if you don't accomplish that vision, then the right now is as good as it's going to get. But you know that it gets better because you just closed your eyes and you just felt what life is like after you accomplished that vision. So hopefully feeling what it's like when it's come to pass and then coming back to today drives you all the more to make it happen. Because when you have been to the top of the mountain and you have experienced success, it sucks to come back down. And I want you every day that you wake up to feel like this sucks until I do what I'm supposed to do and I accomplish this major vision. Now, do it, enjoy, do it knowing that the experience and the journey is all helping us to become better people, but also have a little bit of discontent in your heart. Also feel like, this isn't as great as it can be. Feel the tension of seeing the tomorrow, but living in the today. Because when you have a vision and you are living by it and it is driving you, it helps us wake up in the morning. You know, it helps us have the drive of life. It's that secret sauce that we all need to make us as best as we possibly can be. So think big, visualize it, write it down, and more than anything, decide that you're going to make it come true.